Hi, this is Jack from Maths Forge, and in today's lesson we're going to be doing volumes of spheres. So the formula for the volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. And all of these terms are being multiplied onto each other. So we have 4/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r cubed. And to find the volume of a sphere, all you have to do is have the radius of the sphere and input it into this formula here. So let's take a look at our first example. Here we're being asked to find the volume to one decimal place. We can see here that they've given us the radius of the sphere. It's the distance from the center of the sphere to its surface. And so if we take this radius of 9.9 and input it into this formula, we'll end up with the following: 4/3 times pi times 9.9 cubed. Inputting this into our calculator as it looks, we get the following: 4,064.4 meters cubed. And don't forget, the units for volume is always going to be the units cubed. And in this case, since the radius is in meters, then our volume is going to be in meters cubed. And if we check our answer, there it is. Now let's do a 2-star example. Here we're being asked to find the volume again to one decimal place for this sphere here. And you can see that they haven't given us the radius this time, they've given us the diameter. But it's quite easy to get the diameter from the radius. The radius is half the diameter. So I'm going to take my 19.2 and I'm going to divide it by 2 to get the radius. This gives us a radius of 9.6. So now that we know what the radius is, we can take it and substitute it into this formula to find the volume of the sphere here. So that looks like this: 4/3 times pi times 9.6 cubed. And if we input this into our calculator, we get the following: 3,706.0. And this is going to be meters cubed. And if we check our answer, there it is. Now let's do a 3-star example. Here we're being asked to find the diameter of the sphere to two significant figures, and they've given us the volume here. And so we're looking for this x, this diameter of the sphere. So since they've given us the volume in this case, we're going to take our volume and we're going to substitute it into the formula in this left-hand side here. So we're going to have 3,053.6, which is equal to the volume of the sphere. And that's going to be 4/3 times pi times r cubed. So now, to find the diameter of the sphere, all we have to do is rearrange for r to get the radius, and then double that to get the diameter. So let's go ahead and rearrange for the radius r. The first step I'm going to do to isolate r is I'm going to get rid of this 4/3. And I'm going to get rid of this 4/3 by multiplying both sides of this equation by 3/4. Of course, when you multiply by the reciprocal of a fraction, you cancel that fraction out. But it does appear on the other side. And so doing this leaves us with 3/4 times 3,053.6 on the left-hand side. The 4/3 and the times 3/4 cancel out, leaving us with pi times r cubed. The next thing I'm going to cancel out is this pi. It's currently being multiplied to the r cubed. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi. This now leaves us with 3/4 times 3,053.6 divided by pi. And this is equal to r cubed. Now the final step for me to isolate the r is to get rid of this cubed. And the opposite of cubing is cube rooting. So I'm going to apply a cubed root to my right-hand side, and this will cancel out the cube, leaving us just with an r. And I have to do the same to my left-hand side. So this now leaves us with r on the right-hand side. We've managed to isolate the r. So inputting this into our calculators, we end up with the following: 8.9999724. Now, this is a lot of decimal places. However, in order to maintain accuracy, I'm just going to keep it as it is. But we're not even looking for the radius. If you remember, we're looking for the diameter. So we still have to multiply this value by 2 to get the diameter. And multiplying this by 2, this will give us the diameter. And the diameter is equal to 17.999944. But the question specifically asked us to give this answer to two significant figures. So the diameter to two significant figures is going to be 18 meters. And if we check our answer, there it is. And that's it for the lesson on volume of spheres.